Okay, everyone, the crisis is here. If you've been paying attention for the last couple of years, you'd know that this was inevitable. It's been coming. Even if you've just seen the movie The Big Short, you'd know that none of the problems that happened to cause the 2008 crash were fixed. No one went to prison. The bankers just kept doing things, but on a bigger and bigger scale. And now things are really, really shitting themselves. So, what's happening? People are scrambling to sell stuff. So a lot of people have made bets that they've got to cover, made losses that they've got to just sell whatever they can sell. So they're selling their cryptocurrencies, selling their stocks, selling their gold, selling whatever they can get cash for to cover their positions, as well as plenty of people just selling stuff to get into a bit more of a safe position until the market volatility kind of dies down and we sort of have a bit of a bottom and see what's going on. So, the smartest move to have made over the last few months was actually putting a sizable chunk of your investments into cash or into digital cash like Tether and True USD, stuff like that, getting ready for this market crash. So even though you would have missed some of the gains that happened, in the months leading up to this, now you're in a prime position to be coming back in and buying hard. So that was my mistake as well. I didn't put enough of my money into the digital USD and cryptos like that just hold their value so that I can be coming back in now and buying more. I did with a little bit, but in hindsight should have done more. So lesson learned. Don't lose the lesson. So you've also noticed that the crypto market's been crashing harder and faster than the stock market even, which was a bit of a surprise to me. But this is the first time we've even had this market during a financial crisis. Bitcoin was only born on one person's computer in 2009 after the global financial crisis. So we're witnessing all of this for the very first time. It's obviously a market that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So it's an easy one for people to sell. If they're scrambling for liquidity, scrambling for cash, they can easily sell their crypto at any time, day or night, and get some cash in their position and cover their losses, or just get that safe feeling back again and cover the fear that's going on. So why has that market crashed faster? For the reason I just mentioned. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day of the year. The stock market opens 5 days a week if we're lucky, unless there's any public holidays. It's open for 8 hours a day. So even if you get news from overseas and you want to sell or buy stocks, in the evening or early in the morning, you can't. You've got to wait for the market to open. So the crypto market's open triple the amount of time during the week that the stock market's open, and it's open all the weekend as well. So what we've seen is a true free market in action. Prices have crashed, and they've crashed hard and fast. So I think there's an argument to be made that should have actually happened with the stock market as well. The stock market should have crashed way more than what it has already now. It should be down over 50%. But like I said, it's only open 8 hours a day. It's about to close this weekend. You've also got many stock markets closing just because of the volatility, or just because of the systems are going down, or the banks or the governments have decided to close them down for periods of time. And even when people have wanted to sell their stocks, they haven't been able to. So, expect more. That's why these crashes take such a long time when it comes to the stock market. The crash in 2008 actually took a year and a half to reach its bottom point from the top when it started crashing. So, and in the Great Depression in 1929, it took 4 years to hit the bottom. So we're actually only seeing the beginning of this with the stock market. We've actually got many months at least of downturn to come. There'll be some bounces in that time, and traders will be making money on the way down as well. That's what happens. They'll be manipulating the media to try and pump out some good stories. Oh, the market's bottomed, it's a great time to buy, hoping that everyone buys again, pumps it up, so then they can make a bit more on some trades as well. All the way on the way down, they're always looking for opportunities. So this is only the beginning of this crash. So I guess the main question we all want to ask ourselves is, what can we do now? We can learn from the lessons of the past. That's already done. What can we do now moving forward? I for one wish I had to put more money into cash, and I'd be more cashed up even to be buying back. I did that with some and have bought back in already, because I think the market in crypto has bottomed. So what can we be doing? We can be watching the central banks and the government's response to this crisis. So it's a liquidity crisis. They're going to be trying to flood the market with cash with fiat government money to try and maintain the liquidity of the market, but it's just drying up as everybody's seeking cash to park their money into. So keep an eye on them. I think that the crypto market, being a true free market, has actually come close to bottoming already. Like, it's down 50% plus in Bitcoin, and some of the altcoins even more than that just in the last week or so. So I think that once that government stimulus actually starts to make its way back into the money, you'll see bank stocks to have a few bounces, and you'll see crypto start to move again. Like, the trading volume is absolutely off the charts at the moment in crypto. And remember, for every seller there's also a buyer, so there's lots of people taking opportunities of these low prices to come in and buy and stock up. So the crash happened way faster and harder in crypto, but the rise will happen way faster and harder as well in crypto than everything else, and it will happen before everything else as well. So get ready for that. Do your research into which cryptos you think are going to be the valuable ones moving forward, which ones have got a really bright medium to long-term future. Check out our other videos and follow along, and we'll be sharing our thoughts about what we think are the ones to be putting that into as well. Good luck to everybody. Don't freak out. Don't let the media fear-mongering work on you. It's a really shitty position to be in, knowing that this has been coming for years now, and knowing that lots and lots of people are going to be hurt, and that the media and the government knows that the suicide rate skyrockets during financial crises, way more than what the deaths we're going to see from the coronavirus. We're actually going to see lots more suicides and homelessness and even domestic violence, because couples' relationships are strained due to their finances, and child abuse and all sorts of horrible things. So it's not a nice time, but we can still be smart with what we do and make the most of these opportunities, and just don't trust the corporate media. Remember that those so-called experts on the TV, whether you watch Channel 9 or 7 or whatever, or it is in your country, none of those experts gave you any warning before the 2008 crisis so you could protect your savings. And many of you were still watching them in the lead up to this crisis, expecting that they would be the ones to give you the information so that you would protect yourself and your family's savings. And again, they've completely failed you. So just learn that lesson and switch it off. Just switch them off. You won't miss them. Put that time and energy into things that can actually start benefiting you. Start learning more about this amazing new technology and financial system that's developing with cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. It is insane. It will get you excited again for the future, and give you some hope for things in a really shitty time that we're going through. So good luck with everybody. Chat to you again soon.